Good morning. Happy Mother's Day again. Today's actually Mother's Day, but you'll see this the day after. That's okay. We are getting ready to go plant some corn. Dad's been working ground for us this morning. I just got back from church here a little bit ago, and we're getting seed and fertilizer loaded up. We're going to load the planter up with some fertilizer, but we're also probably going to need the tender truck. Where we're going today, we've got a 76-acre piece, a 57-acre piece, and a 20-acre piece, all kind of up in one direction. So we're going to try and do all of those in one shot, and we won't be able to take enough fertilizer for all that, nor would we want to. It would be very heavy. So not a huge amount of acres, but that's the goal for the day, to get those done. And then tomorrow we're going to do the plot out here. So we may get the planter ready, take any extra seed out, and put in the seed that we want for around the outside of the plot. Maybe do some end rows and stuff. Depending on what time it is, if it's early enough, we might plant our couple rows along the road, and that'll give us an idea where our sweet corn is going to go, where our path is going to be put back in at. We could get the 2-row out this afternoon, so let's get after it. We are going to empty our first tote of zinc here. We've got some more we'll have to get out. Let's see how much we get out of this one, and then decide how much, if it's worth getting out for this first load, or just wait until we're filling the truck up. We're definitely not going to have enough. We've got the fertilizer for the first field on board. I'm not going to put any more seed in right now. We don't have near enough seed to plant it. We're going to run out pretty quickly after we start, but I'm going to switch varieties. So I don't really want to put the new variety in until we get this one empty. So I've got the seed tender loaded. We'll just take it up to the field, and then we're going to put it in a full box. I don't know if that's going to be enough to do everything I want to do today. It's going to be close. I've got 5 bags in the back of my pickup that we'll have up there. We'll take with us, and that still might not be quite enough, but we'll worry about that when we get closer to the end. So we need another, basically double the fertilizer that we just put on the planter. We need 400 more gallons of our pop-up starter and about 900 of our in-furrow. So I probably could have, if I used the tank on the planter and filled the back tank, pull-behind tank, we probably could have gotten enough of the 2x2, but we would not have gotten enough of the in-furrow, and I don't want to carry that extra weight around if we don't need to, so this works just fine. I am loaded up and ready to go. We gotta get some of this stuff moved though, and well, I need some help moving stuff, so I'm gonna go find Dad and have him help me move. Shut the tractor down for a few minutes. It's okay. This is the field we're going to next. Get to deal with electric poles. Yay. And then Dad jumped across the road into this triangle field. He's down on the other end here. Man, the ground has really dried out a lot in the last 2 days. Yesterday was a great drying day. Today's turning out to be pretty good as well. This stuff looks like it's working up beautifully. He's clear on the other end of the field, so we'll walk out here and take a look at it. We've got today and tomorrow, and then chance of rain again on Tuesday. And honestly, I don't want to say this because, knock on wood, right? But by Tuesday, we might be ready for a small shower. We don't need an inch, but a 1/4 inch, 3/10 would not be the end of the world if we were to get that on Tuesday, especially for all the crops that we'll already have in the ground, and we'll have a lot in the ground by then. But yeah, look at this. Oh, this is just perfect planting conditions. For our soil, this is as good as it gets right here. Nice loose dirt, crumbly, soft. Planter will ride beautiful. Plenty of moisture in it to get it to germinate. It's not overly dry. I like it a lot. Never fails to amaze me watching this equipment work. It's not the biggest, newest, latest, and greatest, but it is a dang impressive machine. And it covers ground, and it is a lot of fun. Our job is a lot of fun. Every day we get to do stuff like this. Dust rolling. Field cultivator doing its thing. Digging. It's a digger digging. It can be from Minnesota. We run a 5-bar spike tooth drag on the back. Helps knock down and break up the clods. And then that Brilliant Packer just leveling it up, smoothing everything down. It's beautiful. Oh, I love this thing. This is what farming's all about. This is where we get the best job in the world. Out here operating the equipment, playing in the dirt. Off we go. So we do have an autopath boundary for this field as well. We probably won't for either of the other two we're going to do here this afternoon, but that's okay. We've got, like I said, a little bit of the 111-day corn from yesterday, 11V76. We'll plant that till it's gone, then we'll throw that box of 12U in, and that should plant most of the day, but probably not all of the day. So depends on how far we make it with what's left in the seed tanks. I forgot to create a prescription, get my work plan all set up for these 3 fields here today. So I can do it from my phone, but I can't really make the scripts from my phone very easily. So I'm gonna play around with the iPad, see if I can make one for that, or for the next 2 fields from my iPad while we're doing this field. And if I can make that work, great. If not, we'll just plant a flat rate. It's not the end of the world. We had enough seed to perimeter the field. That was it. I was on the far ends and got a message that we were, one of the rows wasn't planting and our seed tanks were low. And I thought, oh, okay. Actually, we got to fold up. And so I evened the tanks out and we got to about 50 feet in this last pass and we started having a couple rows go down. You can see right there the red streaks. Those rows ran out of seed right before where we got where we are. So seed tanks are empty. Let's put our other box in. All right, full box, weighs 1,936 pounds. I typed it in to do 800. And then we'll do 800 in the other tank and we'll see where we're at. Well, my scale works much better that time. I don't understand why sometimes it's almost dead on and other times it's way off. I started with 800 units, or 800 pounds on each side. It filled both of those, no problem. I then put another 100 pounds in each side. It did that, no problem. And I was supposed to get like, it was 1936, I think, was the pounds in the box. So divide that in 2, and you get 968 pounds, something like that. So we had 900 in each, and then I went to do another 50, and I got 50 in the first side, and I only got 10 in the second side. But then I took out 2 bucketfuls that had to be close to 50 pounds, so it was dang near right on, and I don't understand why it was there but not other times. So anyway, let's go plant. We got some new electric poles here, I see. The same places, they just replaced the poles. We have this little game here we play called Skin the Poles. See how much of an electric pole you can skin off of it with the end of your equipment without breaking the pole off. No, we're trying not to do that. But we do have these there right in the middle of a planter pass. And so the way that I handle that, right or wrong, is that I have already planted this pass over here. And we just put our tires or our tracks here 2 rows over. And we plant with 12 rows, basically half the planter pass. And I swerve around the poles. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side where we plant the pass over, the last full pass. And then we come back through and we swerve around each of the poles. The passes meet in the middle, and it more or less works out. It's not real fun, but that's what we got to deal with. Now we're past the poles, past the house lot. There's a couple more because there's another power line along the road on that side, but we're basically past it. So yeah, you can see all of those that we just kind of swerved around on both sides, 12 rows at a time. Whatever, it's all good. Now we can just go and plant. It won't take long to finish this up. Dad's just about done with the field air across the road, which is good. So we got to keep the tillage equipment ahead of the planters, which can be difficult sometimes because, one, I am 60 feet wide and I'm planting right now at 8.1, 8.2 miles an hour, so I move fast. The field cultivator there, while big, is 44 feet wide, and Dad likes to run at about 6 miles an hour. And so I can cover ground a lot faster. Now I have to stop and load seed and fertilizer and all that stuff. and he doesn't. So it's a little more efficient, but that's why we've been able to get late starts basically every morning, let the field cultivator get ahead of us. I would love to get a day ahead where the ground can air out, dry out a little bit, but with the sun and the wind and the heat that we've got now, that's not really as critical. So yeah, he's going to have our next field ready for us, which is good. We've probably got, I'm going to guess, 45 minutes or so before we're going to be done with this field, and then we'll have to load fertilizer, and we'll get started over there. He's going to go up to the next 20 acres up the road, and he'll get that done well before we get there, which is good. And then I don't know, that, like I said, that'll probably be all we have to do today, other than getting ready for the plot stuff. He is going to work some corn stalks that we chiseled across the road from the farm with the field cultivator once he's done with these, because we're going to put beans in them. One of them is going to be the bean plot field, which we'll probably do with this planter. And then the other one it was chiseled corn stalks, but Phil can plant it with the 1790. He's probably finishing up about with what he has available to plant. Maybe he has a little bit left. He had, I don't know, 50 acres or so fit up ahead of him today here so that he could get going. And then I'll assume he'll jump in the disc and try and find the next place to go. So we got stuff to do. We're going to keep it moving. I do want to get up to the irrigated field soon with the disc and get that ready to plant the beans up there. I don't know if it's dry enough. We need to go up there and look around a little bit. But if we were to switch the bean planter or the corn planter over to beans tomorrow in order to plant the plot, it would make a whole lot of sense to go straight there and plant that with the 30-inch rows, because we're going to water it with our 360 rain, and we have to do it with this planter. So that'd be great if we could do that all at once and get all the beans that we're going to plant in 30-inch rows done, maybe on Monday. All right, we have made it all the way across this field. I'm doing a TikTok live over here, so that's good. We're about out of fertilizer. We've got less than 100 gallons in our 2x2 tank. It says 60 gallons in our pop-up tank, but our fertilizer tender sitting over there across the road where we're going next. So as soon as we're done here, we're going to go over there, reload fertilizer, and keep rolling. There's our acres totals for the field and total. 74 out of 75 acres, which there's another acre to go here, so got her just about right. It's planted really nice. It's a beautiful day. Ground conditions are about perfect. We've dried out a lot the last couple of days, and things are rolling. It's time to go full bore here. This field worked up beautiful. Oh, it's perfect. We were cruising across here. Dad did a great job. So yeah, we've got our border done. We've got a couple passes through the middle here. This won't take very long. We've got all the fertilizer on that we need. Still live on TikTok, so I'm doing that over there. But man, this is smooth and just as good a conditions as you can ask for. There's a little bit of a sand ridge up here, so it fits up a little bit nicer, but even the low ground and stuff that's not, it's really nice. This is going to plant perfect. Well, we ran short on seed, a lot shorter than I thought we were going to. So, we've got about 14 acres left in this field, and I'm out of seed. I do have those 5 bags that I had thrown in the back of my truck. They're down in the other corner of that first field that we started with. And so I could go get those, but those won't even quite do the rest of this field, much less the 20 acres up the road that I wanted to plant too. So we're just gonna go ahead and run this tender home, have somebody bring me up to get my tender, and find another box to put on there so we can plan out what we need to. I gotta figure out what variety I wanna use. Since I've changed some stuff around a little bit, I'm out of the 112 day that was supposed to go in these fields, which is fine. I knew that was gonna happen, but I do have another box of the 111 day. However, I had a field where that one was gonna go. So, yeah, I don't know what to do about that exactly. We'll see. Somebody coming to pick up some seed. Good, they can give me a ride back to my tender. All right, we got a ride, thank you, to our seed tender here. I could throw these 5 bags in and just go plant them, but that's still not gonna be enough seed. Or we can go back and find a box. I'll figure out what we're gonna do here. Well, here's what we have decided. I went and got a new box, 110 day corn. So we're going to put some of that in here. We're going to put in about 12 units. I should finish this field easily and do most, if not all, of the next field. I don't want any extra in here because we got to clean all of this out when we're done with the next field. And we're going to throw the bags of the 111 day on the platform here and take them with us just in case we don't have enough. Because I won't have any way to get seed if I'm up there. So that's what we're going to do. We should be good to go. We put in 12 units, 6 on each side, 250 pounds on each side, which works out to be 6 units. So hopefully we've got enough seed. I threw 3 bags of the bags on there. We'll use those up if we need to. We'll finish up here and knock this out. When you get down to the end of the point in the triangle, there's a lot of turns and a lot of short rows and not a lot of acres. That's all right. Gotta plan it somehow. It wouldn't matter which way I did it. There's gonna be a point somewhere. One more pass, it looks like. Close enough. All right, that one's done. So we're up here in our next field. This one's not very big. However, we are 4.5 acres into it. And we got a low seed warning and a row not planting. So I hope we're just a little uneven and need to level stuff off because 3 bags isn't gonna do 15 acres. Crap. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think the one bin's got more seed in it. We'll be okay. Just gotta level them off. Oh yeah. Probably gonna need those bags, but we can level them off and keep going for a little bit. Well, we'll see how far we get with the seed that we've got in the planter. This is just a little field. There's not that much here. Goes around one building site there, so won't take a lot to finish this. And then that's going to be it for today. It is 6:15, and it's Mother's Day, so we're going to get the planter home and get our seed tender home, and then I might just go home for the night. I don't know. We'll see. I need to text the agronomist and sales rep about tomorrow and figure out what time everybody wants to get here. I'd like to get started somewhat reasonably early in the morning, but not super early because I need to get some stuff ready. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we going to finish this? That's what we got to do. About 3 more passes. I get a low seed warning every time I set the planter down. Dad just called me. They were going to grab my truck from the last field, and I said, well, I might need the bag out of the back, so we'll see if I need it or not, but they're going to bring it up here. I guess we're going to make it. Even if we run out now, we go to the other end and use the other side of the planter to finish this little gap in here. Cool, good deal. However, they're not going to be able to get my truck because keys are in my pocket, so that won't work. All right, well, we're just shy of 700 acres of corn in the ground. We're flying through it. Dad brought me up to get my seed tender. We went and looked at the corn stalks across the river up here, the irrigated field. That is good to go, so we're going to send Xander up here with a disc tomorrow and let him peck away at that all day. That field is corn stalks going to beans, but we're planting them with the 30-inch row planter because irrigation, the rain machine, all that stuff. So we're going to try and get those done. I don't know if we'll get up there to plant tomorrow, but we're going to do the corn plot in the morning, see how long that takes, and then switch over and do the bean plot with the corn planter, the field across the road from the farm, tomorrow afternoon. And then when we're done with that, we'll come up here and start planting. And I'd be shocked if I can get all of that done tomorrow, but you can have goals, right? So, yeah. We're doing good. So I'm going to drop the seed tender in the barn and head for home. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow, plot day. Don't expect big acres, but we'll get lots of plots done. So happy Mother's Day. If you're not wrapping your wife's presents with computer printer paper, are you even trying? See you guys.